Good morning, everyone. Well, very, very, very early morning or evening, depending on where you are, or basically time zones and stuff. Welcome to another stream with Zombie Joe, where I will apologize in beforehand for any brain dirt that I might have, which is very likely to happen because, well, it's very early. Let's go to my garage thing. We don't have any matches for the first half hour, so I'm going to be showing you some epic replays, but before that I actually want to take you to this. This is the current cup standings as it is for the NA server, and I've kind of like made this for every server. I've not been able to use it for any server because the streams were over rather quickly, which meant that I'm not going to be like lengthening my stream with an hour and a half when there's no actual tournament gameplay. I have good hope that that will be different here, and tonight that we will see a full stream come to fruition. But what I found funny is that I've made this list for about the top 32 for most servers. So I was doing that for NA, and then I noticed this, and that, and that. There are so many ties here. It's insane. I haven't seen any on the other servers. We had one in the EU, but that got broken tonight. I'm kind of hoping for you guys that that will be the same here, because apparently there's a last chance tournament and you can earn like 101 cups there, which for most won't make that much of a difference. But if like, let's see if I can find a good example. If you're like these two, but then imagine it for place 8 and 9 or something, and you can earn 100 cups with the last chance tournament, that could basically give you a different position. Before tonight, if this was like the final standing and Purple and Void both went to the Lost Cups, and Void would win that, it would put them above Purple. So that would be interesting to see if that is going to happen, because it can make a lot of difference also for the other echelons, depending on if people want to play the other echelons, that is. Of course, I'm here mainly for the top 8 and the contenders for top 8, which I'm gonna cut off here, thereabouts. Because it will depend a lot on what these clans do tonight, on who is actually going to go through to the next round. Of course, not everyone will have qualified. Let's actually have a look. I'll take this away. Sorry. That is something that literally, it happens when I have to go get up in the middle of the night. I start coughing a lot more. But yeah, one of the clans that we are missing here, for instance. Oh no, they did register here. I thought they hadn't. Rain, the other rain. But yeah, lots of stuff can happen tonight, and it will basically be up to clans like Hated and. Do we have the oh no, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, the Flash and Thunder. I think it's Flash and Thunder. And of course Camo. Are they here? Maybe I'm blind, but I'm not seeing them. That means that Camo will be out of the top 8 for not registering a team. So basically a lot of things can happen tonight, and like I said, I have my trusty Excel sheet. Because basically all I need to do is in this column, if I put their position, it will automatically like add the cups on the other side as to how many they get. Like if it's for this, then you get these new cup scores, and basically then we have to look at which is the highest and stuff. But it's kind of easy to look at where everyone is at without having to wait for the site to update with all the cups. But yeah, there's a lot of cups on the line. This is what everyone can get for every specific stage, and basically just showing up will get you this. Now there's only one team that actually has to, well, 2 teams of course, that actually have to fight the first battle, and that is JJ versus Blazer. JJ currently ranked 16th, Blazer currently ranked 19th. Neither of them is really in any position to make the top 8. But yeah, they do get to fight and they do get a ranking, so everything. So basically that is what we're going to be waiting for. But I'm going to be showing you some replays before then, because we start in half an hour. So I'm going to show you actually some tournament gameplay. I was given this replay about a week ago, thereabouts, and I've been wanting to show it, but with my streams being so short, I've really not had much time to show replays at all. So I was saving this, but I'm definitely going to be showing it now because it deserves showing off. This is all the things you love and hate about Supremacy, basically. And I just absolutely love this game. So I'm actually glad that I can get to show it to you. This is Phil versus Imor, both top 8 clans for the EU server, confirmed tonight, with Imor solidifying their position quite nicely. So let's see. This, of course, I love this camo. It is a bit American flaggish, but I just love the colors. And it's kind of like scales. I would love to see this like in all blue or red, but probably Wargaming won't do red camos. And there's only very few players that actually have this. George just said early, it's only 9 PM. Well, it's 3 AM here, so that's kind of different. But yeah, Zerd sent me this replay. He is the team captain of Vale's team, and before that he was the team captain of RTK's team. This is, by the way, that wiggle that you saw. Sometimes there's crossfire on the other side and you can get spotted where he was driving over. So to avoid getting shot by that spotter, he was wiggling his turret because that would have been one of his main weaknesses. So that's one thing I want to point out. You have the Hori over there. We have base B being kept. And we see Papa Pavlon. God, that name though. And they're sort of like the IS-4s in a hold down position on this side, using the ledge in front of them. But now Imor has 2 bases, so that gives him the advantage. And basically, yeah, well, you'll see exactly why I'm showing you this and why I've been saving it. But right now, I don't want to miss out on showing it off because it is epic. So now they're kind of pulling back, but not quite. At this moment, they only know where that IS-4 is. They don't know where anyone else from Imor is. And you can see that they're sort of like digging in. But at the same time, Imor has the bases. They have a massive point advantage. They don't need to take any chances here. So let's see. Repositioning a little bit here. There we have Mo going a bit forwards in the lovely STB. Mo, one of the most chill players I've ever met. He joins our clans for countdowns and it's just always great fun. But it's just, he is so relaxed about it all. Love it. So now Zerd is taking a forward position. We are already at 775 points for Imor, so we're getting close to, we kind of have to make a move here, which is exactly what Zerd is doing. He's going up quite aggressively, takes a hit for it, and takes another one, but they have to work for the bases. And this is basically where the excitement starts. We see, congratulations up there, base B has almost been capped, but we are at 870 points already for Imor. Zerd is getting hammered. He needs to not be here, and he needs to mainly survive. He is a one-shot now, and he's dead. Base B is being taken. We are 900. We were 40. We went back to 900. Yori moving in, wanting to keep that base from giving any points and wanting them to not be able to cap. But there goes Yori, 980 points. Gassio in a good position, tracking that IS-4, Wonderkind taking him out, 960 points. Just look at the difference in points and how it all goes. Actually trying to Wiser here, getting that shot in. Everything is fine till 990 points here. 990. 950. Base A now being kept, so they're not actually getting any points anymore. Elons. 950. We see people just dropping left and right. And it's such a close call. There goes Wonder Guy. 950 again. But it keeps getting so close. Actually can't see what he's shooting at. There we go. They want to get congratulations, but Ghostly is actually protecting him. 995. And they managed to do it. But look at how close that was. That was just so nuts. The way that those points, they were basically winning. And just by killing people, Vil drew it back to them. Getting those bases, keeping them from getting points was so important here. And Zert didn't do much damage, but him moving into base B was the starting point of it all. And it was just... This is one of the most epic tournament matches I've seen, and I would have loved to commentate this. I missed out on that because I was streaming another clan, but that was just epic. Noob Mac just said, imagine having more than 20 teams in a sense. Asia really is very small. Let me actually just get that into comparison, because this is NA. This is Asia. Basically, the only one that I had to mark here was this guy, this team, because they were actually in the tournament tonight. Well, Asia's last night, to be fair. But that's just... It is so different because EU, you have so many contenders. I've not updated this, by the way, because I didn't need to. But overall, also the difference in cups. You have like top 22 is above 10k. Then you have here, it's only the top 10 that is above 10k. And here you have the top 15. It kind of goes to show the difference in size of the servers though. And how competitive they are or aren't really. So let's have a look. Let's see. I have so many epic replays and I can't possibly show them all. So my apologies for that in advance. If I haven't been able to show you replay this season. Because the thing is, update is probably gonna drop next week. Which means that all the replays that I have will no longer be valid. So that kind of sucks. So another one that I have, that is interesting for multiple reasons, even though it's not an ace. I'm going to show you this one. Primo, of course, one of the most OP clans around, one of the longest OP clans around, to be fair. There was a time when Primo was the only one, basically, that managed to go to an offline and everything. That has changed now, with rain happening. But I mainly wanted to show this replay for multiple reasons, and you will see exactly which. Now, he is blind shooting here, because even if there's no one actually camping there, there's likely to be people crossing over. The only thing I disagree with him doing this is the fact that he's not moving in between, because as much as he is taking the blind shots, he is also making himself a target because they can see where they get shot from. But so far that is 2/3 now shots that we have seen where he's basically camping. We have the RU in the middle there. Not seeing anyone yet. But look at how much health this guy has already lost. So they know that he's here. And he immediately pulls back once he gets spotted. You see the cover there on the left side getting blown. This definitely helps. But basically they were shooting at his spot. And that's just, it is so clever play because you can also see the IS and the Black Planes not having the HP that they used to have. And that is what I felt made this game very worthy, because just the way that he is playing, it is a campy game. And people are already disappearing and all that is fine, it's not all that interesting to see. But just the decisions that he's made in the beginning, already you see in the banner that he did 1.5k thereabouts more damage than what you actually see. And that is, I think, that makes blind shotting so effective. A lot of people do not do this, but if you know for certain that someone is going to be there, blind shotting can make all the difference. That is an HE derp. But he's still working the spot. And he's still able to work the spot. Because no one is going after him. That is definitely a nice high roll to have. So there's only 3 players left now at this stage. And he's still in the same spot. Which in a way makes this a very boring game. But like I said, the reasons that I've been showing you this is the whole... He actually hit that tank, by the way. It just didn't pan. But the reason that I love showing you this is because of those actions in the beginning. Just the way that he was blind shotting, his position at the tracks, not actually being at the tracks. Black Prince misses him there. And he kills him off. Tiger now giving him the evil eye, and he takes his first shot of damage into him, that is. And he's all the way over there. He's not going to be able to kill the Tiger, and that is fine. But it is one of those games where you're like, that is some really good thinking. I'm generally not that big a fan of the whole camping scene, but some games are just worth it. So yeah, that game, like I said, it's only second class, 4.5k damage, so he got a camper medal for this effort. But it just showed some really nice action, and I feel that that is one of those games that people can learn from. So I might actually record this and use it in a video as well, because it is worth that kind of showing. I've never been about basically boosting people's egos with the games that I show. I kind of want people to learn from it. The tournament game is definitely one of those, but this game as well. I just love when something like that happens in game. These are the games that I'm looking for. If you have ever had one of those moments, I'm not talking about a successful blind shot, but a game that is significantly special in a certain way, that is unlike usual games basically, then it is worth showing, in my opinion. So we still have 20 minutes before we go and stream Rain. Let's see, we probably won't have a... Oh no, we do, it's JJ. So your Rain versus JJ in 20 minutes. Okay, so that is one normal game out of the way. And I think I'm going to show you a game that was brought to me with the text that this is a Yolo game. And I'm always very much in favor of YOLOing in a big TD, because that can work out beautifully. So let's see what he's doing. I honestly, a lot of people play TDs at the back, waiting for targets to just basically drive in front of their gun. And sometimes that works, depending a little bit on the kind of team that you have. Well then. But yeah, we'll see what will happen here. But yeah, like I said, people play TD like very waiting at the back and not really having any clear shots, and that is something that I generally do not agree with. TDs can be so much more than bush campers, and Jaeger was actually my very first tier 10, so at the time I did not have much idea of what a TD is all about. Fosh getting probably a bit nervous knowing that there's a big giant TD here. And he misses, so he did not need to worry there. But I'm kind of getting what he meant with pretty much going YOLO, because that is basically what he's doing now. Very low roll here. Fosh is not interested in him at all. He is, of course, in a little bit of a hold down-ish position. And that is going to do a lot more damage. And that is the end of the Foch. So let's see. They are pulling back. Can he get a proper hit though? Yege making his appearance. And he is going for the light target here. Shooting heat. But okay. Yege not shooting him. Which is a bit of luck for our Yege. Because that is a good Yege roll. But he kind of has to show his lower plate in order to shoot people here. But he has a friend. And that friend is getting shot. And that is allowing our Yege to do some more damage. And that is the end of the Yege. And to be fair, this was a kind of effective YOLO mainly because of the fact that he's managed that bounce. Oof. Well, technically it hit the gun, but yeah. And he is still full health. He can take a shot, but he actually bounces that. That is a good shot. And that is a nice run. So there's only the E75 left, and I think, yeah, that's nice for. Careful not to block the Sherry here, because he's going to want to pull back after he's derped his missile shot. And they're actually giving him a pretty strong position here. And don't forget, you have German accuracy at his side. And he was full health. He is taking big hits now. But by doing that, he's basically turned the E75 into a one-shot. And there we go. Nice little bounce there. IS-4 getting stuck is also very helpful. That is a big hit. That is a bigger hit. Nice high roll. And basically all he needs to do is bump into him. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen. And it is. 5 kills, 6161 damage. A little bit of block damage, a little bit of a derpy game there. Nice ace though. 1451 base XP. 11 shots fired, 10 pence. I get what you meant with that being a YOLO game. It kind of was. Oof. Let's see, what else have I got for you? Can show you one or two more. I've actually been wanting to see this, so I'm going to show you that. Basically, one thing to note is that I do not watch replays before I actually show them on stream. I prefer to have my reaction basically be genuine and like real time. So aside from the Scorpion game, because I did watch that one because I saw that it was a second class and he warned me before then. So I wanted to see beforehand what if it was worth showing, and then I decided it was. But generally I do not watch them. There was the Mighty Donuts. If you are on my server, the name of my general channel right now is Praise Be to the Donut. And that has everything to do with having followed Legion for multiple weeks in a row on Thursdays. And getting some really funny results. Wow. Getting some really funny results there. Specifically on this map, which included lots of hailing the donut, like quite literally standing in front of it, shooting at it, that kind of stuff. No enemies here, that means that they're probably all in town. This is a good alley to fire at if you get the targets. This 1-2-1 is special, let's put it that way. People getting spotted too late to get shot there. But there we have a Yege. And he does hit that. And he does hit that. And he's not spotted for his troubles, which is helpful. He does bounce that and then he pulls back to safely reload. He can still see the Yege, and the Yege could potentially see him, even though he's not. And I think he's going to... No, he's waiting until he has the full clip, which is... When you're waiting in safety, now he has been spotted. And the Yege is aiming and he's not shooting. I have a feeling that he might not be able to get that shot in. Now we have an IS-8 arriving, who misses, which is helpful because that allows our spaghetti to get some more reload time in. This is a very, very special guy. A little bit of fire also helps, especially when he doesn't fix it. I think he is pretty clueless here. Let's see. And he's going around the back, reloading that last shot again. Basically, I absolutely adore this tank, because it is so nice with the auto reloading system. I hope we get more auto reloaders. I would actually really love that. He does take a shot there, bounces the last one. But so far he's already done near 4k damage. Vatem, one of the more known players, at least to me. Not competitive, but just known and good. And he is going around. Tortoise has been taken out. The 1-2-1 survived for a lot longer than I thought he would. And now we have the Sheridan arriving here, shooting the Yege and running off. Can't really do much about him, so instead we're going to shoot a grill. Nice hits, not even HE though. But at some point you don't really need to. Grill takes out the Yege. It is 2 versus 3. He's almost got all his shots back. And at this stage I would be more wondering... Oh, and then he derps that shot. That is the end of the grill. Yaktik is not going to survive for much longer. And this is a very good call. Getting the shots in while you can, knowing that your teammate is not going to survive. Because it is free damage that you can do. Sheridan, of course, much faster than the spaghetti. There is the mighty donut. And he is turning around. There you go. Cheeky hit there. And I wonder if he's going to reload that last shot, I think. Ooh, that is definitely helpful. Because now you can clip him. And now there's only the mouse left. And he will take a hit, that's fine. He has the HP. Mouse is a one-shot, he just needs to aim very carefully. Using the corpse to make it hard for the mouse to hit him, and then shooting him in the cheek. Well done. Insane game, damage-wise. Lovely game. Basically, this is the kind of game that I really like also, because he is relocating multiple times to make himself as effective as possible. 7.4k damage, 1702 base XP. 24 shots, 22 penned. Really nice game. So, not going to be able to show you another replay because the room will be up in a few minutes time. In the meantime, I am getting PMs. I will check them later. I can't really give it my full attention now because for obvious reasons. And we'll just have to wait a little bit longer before we get the room in the match. In the meantime, lots of stuff happening in the chat I'm not really following. Just remember that there's a 5-minute delay, so everything that I say, basically, you hear 5 minutes after I've said it. It is 3:25 AM here. Hence why I keep apologizing for potential brain drips that I might have. And let's see. Basically not much to show at this point. No real interesting stuff has happened yet with regards to the standings and the cups and all of that. Anything is can still happen. Though with NA being as it is, the top, let's say 6 is pretty much set. And it's mainly place 7 and 8 that are up for grabs. And as long as both the clans are there, it will be a lot harder for anyone else to even get it. Because at this stage, let's see, we're already in 1/8, which means that everyone is getting 2.7k cups at this stage, except for Blazer, who is going to get that one, 2371. But yeah, that already adds a lot of cups to the to their standings. Room invite should be up in the next minute or so, so we'll just wait for that, and I get a good stretch in. Ugh. Honestly, I don't mind getting up to stream NA, but my body sometimes very much disagrees with me. Not much I can do about that, though. Here we go. And we are up against JJ, as said. We've seen JJ a few times now, and they have been able to do quite good. Glory taking a tier 1. I appreciate it. But yeah, 4.5 minutes left to go before we go into the first match of this evening. We are going to go to Winter Malinovka. Winter Malinovka looks like this. You have, actually we're starting on the red side here. But you have 3 bases. Base A, which is considered the map base, B and C more the heavy base. It is easy to dominate B and C together, but base B is, as pretty much usual for any base B cap, it is tricky to get. Overall, we generally see action around base A, which then basically flanks out towards B and C. It is a map that allows for super heavies to be used, and then we usually see them around the base B area. Overall, it is quite a nice map. Not too complicated, also not too interesting. Because for some reason, basically the games that we see here are generally just a repeat of the game before. It is quite rare to see something truly like, oh my god, this is epic on this map. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. And we'll just have to wait and see. A little over 3 minutes left to go before we go into the match. Rain's still missing a player, but I'm certain that he will arrive within the next 3 minutes because he has that amount of time. Let's see, lots of chat happening right now. Oh, didn't you see, Mud? Brian actually shaved his beard. Like, not shaved, but like made it very closely cropped. It was weird. I'm so used to having him like the beard. JJ almost ready. There we go. They are going to take a 268, a T22 medium, 2 E5s, a Sherry, and 2 IS4s. This is sort of like the general lineup that we see a lot. sometimes with some 113s in there and some T62As, but overall it is like a general lineup. I like actually that the meta overall has more more tanks in it than last season. Last season was pretty much so predictable. And I just need to answer real quick to a message. God, I can't type anymore. At this stage, my spelling is like out the window. It's really annoying me. I'm a bit of a grammar police person. I like things to be proper English. So I actually hate it when I make typos and then I'm reading back and I'm like, oh God. But there we go. 1 minute 20 seconds left on the clock and Rain is ready as well. With 2 113s, 2 IS4s, T22 mediums and 2 Sheridans. And I just want to point out that his Royal Fatness is one of those gurus in the Sherries. And recently I saw a video talking about him driving it. And in the video, in the same video, it was said that the Sheridan was not OP, only to be followed by that Fatness shouldn't drive the Sheridan because OP players should not play OP tanks. The inconsistency of that statement is one thing, but basically telling a player that they shouldn't drive a tank that they're good at is weird. TJ playing about. And it's something I don't understand one bit. If you're good in a tank, of course you will want to drive it, and you should be able to. Let people drive whatever the hell they want. And of course, Fatness is, like I said, he's a guru in this thing. He makes shots that are literally nuts. I've seen some of the shots that he's made. I've seen some of the shots Iverson has made. Left Nut from the EU server, similar guru. They make the magic happen, and as much as I hate the missiles, I do fully understand that once you need to use the mechanic in order to be competitive. You can't get around it at this point. The tanks are too strong. But also in randoms, why would you not drive a tank that you enjoy? Because even if you hate the missiles, if you're that good in it, of course you will want to use it. That doesn't change, that doesn't mean that you're suddenly not against the missiles. So yeah, Fatness here, spotting. He's actually not spotted, whereas Matea and Nike are. Royal Merlin driving back. Blind shot happening there, and that makes him get spotted. But there's no one there. Almost all of Rain is down below, with Afropanda and Glory staying behind. And Rain is going in for a camp. We see the first hit going in into Handy Manny, who is in base B. Some shots being fired, but except for Handy Manny losing some HP, no real damage has been done yet. Base B is capped, base C is going to be capped, and JJ will have a point advantage. This is something that I've seen before. I'm not even sure if that was with this, but this is basically a tactic we've seen before, where one team caps base B and C, the other caps A, and then they sort of push up and over, and the team, even with the base cap and the point advantage, got absolutely obliterated. Shoto getting hurt quite badly here. Nike careful not to get shot. We have the 268 behind there, unspotted, but they know he's there somewhere. He is relocating because he can't get shots in where he is. TJ taking a little bit of damage there. Fadu changing positions, going into a bit of a side-scraping position. 007 at the back. Basically wanted to show you this. There is more happening, of course, but this is like a Mexican standoff, and I'm kind of curious to see what James is doing over there, because I have no idea what he's doing. Fatness in the middle, going to take you over to the corner so that we can see. James is probably expecting to get rushed, but at where he is now, he's literally not getting any shots in. We see Rain pushing now the middle, going after Manny here. And money is not going to be long for this world. Verdu losing a lot of HP very quickly. That bounce though. Verdu is the first one to go. But base B is being stolen. Or it's going to be very quickly. TJ also not looking too healthy. There goes TJ. And basically they need this to happen. So let's actually quickly go over there. James, still no idea what you're doing, dude. Nike running away. Base B and C now being stolen. Even with the gun disadvantage that they have. HP wise, Rain still has the advantage. James taking a shot there. Base A now being stolen. But that is technically not really that much of a problem at this stage. Because with 2 bases, they should get it on caps. We see some more shots happening. Nike on the other side. Getting some nice shots in, but he might get rushed. Only he's not. Because they're not going to go after him. But they are arriving. There goes James. Still no idea what he was doing in the corner. Glory pushing in, wanted to get the E5 out of the way. Now they're finally pushing Nike. This is something that they should have done, like, straight away. Shoto is gone. The Sheridans are moving in. We are 940 points. And basically with a kill on the Rain side, there we go. We reach 1k and the first game is... We see people dropping left and right. Nice bit of damage there at the end before the battle actually finished. There's always like 5 seconds added after someone dies. That was, point-wise, it was relatively close, but this is exactly what I meant with, I've seen this before. The game lasted just over 4 minutes, but this is something that has happened before, like you described. It is nuts. And now we see, oof, JJ taking a very different lineup here. 3 IS4s, a Sheridan, 2 E3s and a T68s. I'm very curious about how those E3s will handle themselves. I've not seen an E3 yet, and it is a very strong tank. But it is not really that competitive anymore, not with the Sheridans around. And yes, very different tanks, very different rules. But that's exactly it. The Sheridan can do more while delivering the same kind of damage. Combined, of course, with the rockets and everything. Rain not entirely certain what they're going to take. 45 seconds left before we go into the match. They still have some time to make it happen. And let's see. Half a minute left. They're almost ready. And we see 2 IS4s. Potentially 2 Sheridans, a 113 and a T22 medium. Oh, it's a 268, so only 1 Sherry this. No, sorry, 2 Sherrys. But they are, and his Royal Fatness staying in. Like I said, apologies for the rain derps. But here we go, countdown clock has begun. And we're about to go into the second match of this matchup. Let's see. That camo is... I'm actually grinding the 113. But the camo that TJ is using, I love that camo. It's one of the reasons I want a tank. I like my tanks to look pretty. And here we go. Kampashuk also having that very lovely camo that we saw Zerd and Mo sport. And let's go up and away. His Royal Fatness now taking in more. Oof. More forward approach, going for a different bush, spotting someone, and immediately he's losing some HP. And his Royal Fatness is still safe, in a position to very quickly run away. Shoto is probably wondering, what the F? And again, now base C is being capped, base B not yet, but that's also because Siko has been spotted. Zico now capturing base B. And we sort of see a repeat. Oof, Zico losing some HP, not able to camp yet. Shoto bouncing that shot. And they don't want to get hit by that E3. Let's see if they're gonna missile him. First shots have been taken. Oh, big hit into Shoto there. Shoto definitely the preferred target. He is the one that is left alone. This is... that missile though. This is the danger of leaving a tank behind on his own, especially if he's already been spotted. Fadu moving in, losing quite a bit of HP there. But at this stage, they don't really care. They already have a gun advantage. And Fadu is busying them, is keeping them busy. As the rest of the rain pulls in. James losing a ton of HP here. Jägermeister trying to get behind Fatness. Fatness looking to get a very big hit in his bum. Oh, but he manages to avoid that. And Jägermeister gets murdered for his troubles, followed by James. Zico is still alive, don't ask how. There goes TJ. And let's see. There goes Handy Manny, only 3 tanks left. All of them here. 5 versus 2, this is definitely going to be a Reigns game. Fatness shooting the other Sherry. Batea going after him as well. And it looks to be a very secure victory. Fatness taking a hit, he might not survive. Oh no, he does because he misses. Fatness still alive. Bird in the view, look at this. That is so weird though. And they're letting him run, they know where he's running. Batea's going after him. If this pans, it does not. That does not either. But Batea arrives and that is the end. Oh, just want to point out, the video that I'm talking about is not Brian. It was actually Droodles that said that. But just the whole video, I generally don't watch YouTube, but this was pointed out to me because of all the inconsistencies. So I did actually watch it. And it's just full of inconsistencies. So yeah, that is the first matchup that we've seen. Technically the second in line for tonight's games. And let's see. We don't have an opponent yet according to Blitz Assistant. This is something I need to see if I can get Blitz Assistant on Windows, because it's actually useful to show you the actual bracket so that you can see the movements of the team, because it's a lot easier to see the bracket than see the scores. Let's have a quick look at what match have we got next. Vineyards and Faust. Ooh, I like those. Haven't really seen them yet this tournament season. Faust, yes, but Vineyards not so much. I'm just glad that, oh my god, earlier on EU, Win unfortunately got knocked out relatively early. I was really rooting for them, because if they had gone further, they would have had a chance at a top 8 position, but now they haven't. But yeah, EU had 3 times Normandy in a row. That is one thing, to get a map 3 times in a row, and I actually like the map Normandy as a map. But the spectator mode is broken on Normandy. You can't actually fly up with the camera. So you either get lawnmower camera, and you can't go certain places in the map, or you need to stick to players, but you can't show the bird's eye view. It was so weird. So let's see. Also, don't spoiler, don't be a dick. What have I got for you? Actually just, ugh. This is what I mean. At this stage, I actually wanted to not just see the maps, I wanted to see the time. Because I never want to assume. Oh, thank you, Lopani, and hi. Ooh, it's against Straits. and it's in 20 minutes. That means I can show you some more replays. And of course, replays don't why you're here, but you're basically stuck with it. Let's see, what else have I got for you? Like I said, so many replays, so little time. Let's show you another game in the Scorpion, actually. Wunderkind with Indigo. That is always a match made in heaven. Let's see. Scorpion is a very lovely tank. It is pretty derp. And it does... it is pretty derp, it is pretty mobile. It has a turret, of course, so that also helps. It's not epic, but it's just good. It's a good tank. Let's see what's going to happen here. Fadu blames TJ. I just hope TJ got unmuted. Again, guys, don't spoiler. Come on. You're better than that. Keep in mind that there's a 5-minute delay on the stream. So, basically, showing up also shows what the result is. Earlier today, I was watching EG versus Immol. And that is a juicy bottom. Oof, that bounced though. I was watching EG versus Immol, and I actually knew that EG had won because of the whole fact that Lego entered the chat. Juicy button. There you go. Sheriff is one of those things. It is in store now. I still haven't decided whether or not I actually want it. If I get it, it's mainly because it just looks pretty. So it's like, yeah, I don't really want to be here at this point. Nice big hit. Because you were there. They're not making it all that hard. Especially not when you're angling like that and getting caught against edges and stuff. And now they're looking for that Sue, who has to be around here somewhere. There he is. It is a pretty fast tank though. And this is going to be a nice double tap. Oh no, he's not doing that. That is a big hit. And that is revenge. This is basically, it has no armor. That is the downside of the Scorpion G. Wow. 2 versus 3. They don't really want to go down. They've taken the base, but that's mostly precaution because Indigo is not looking too healthy at this stage. Two of the enemies are one shot though, we saw that. That helps. That was the only one not one shot, and now we're in a kind of battle situation. He just has to be careful not to get a cheat here. And he takes out the Arya first. Yeah, no, you've not really paid attention to what happened in the battle. That is 2. And now it's just a Scorpion G. And this is something to note. Scorpion G is very HE-able. He's not going for HE, and that has everything to do with the fact that HE flies slower, so it's easier to avoid. And it's easier to derp on guns and such. So when you know for certain that you're gonna be able to kill using AP. There we go. Great minds think alike. And that is the end of the Scorpion G. Killed by the Scorpion G. Nice Scout battle, 4.1k damage. 1426 base XP. Fair, not really being fair about it at all. 240 Supremacy points, all 4 kills because it was Indigo that got the base. Let's see. What else have we got for you? We still have about 14 minutes thereabouts, so 9 minutes to show replays. So many choices, so little time. I keep saying that, but it is the truth. Let's see. Let's show you this one then. Because it's actually the tank that I've been showing in my garage. R2K, of course, one of the older competitive clans on the EU server. Most of its members are in Vale right now. But I've already heard that they're going to pull the team back together to R2K after the season. So let's see, he's not even using the legendary can, but I'm disappointed in you at this point, Explode. It is a lovely tank though. Let's see. Lots of talk in the chat about what's happening in the other battles. Or at least what is going to happen in the other battles. Because we have Rain versus Strait, which is what we'll be seeing. They have Purple versus Hated, GMA versus Void, and Achu versus Pincer. Achu versus Pincer is like Pincer versus Pincer. And that is being streamed by Fishy if you want to check that out. E75 moving in. Getting pretty much hammered for his efforts. He's not going to survive this. And that is the end of the E75. E4 is one of those TDs that I kind of need to drive more. I was so excited when I first got it, and then I was so disappointed by the tank itself. It's not really my cup of tea. Leo being cheeky. Explode. Shooting an AFK. Base D is being taken. You kind of need to be careful about that as well. But even if he wakes up, at least it will be a gun that is out of the way. There we go. Batchet arriving. Nice high roll. Batchet disappearing. No, you can't shoot that. It's a giant tank, but it is hidden by the bunker. And that is the end of the Batchet. Let's see. Oh! That helps! Oh my god. Oh, poor guy. And he was doing so well in his campy corner. And there we have the shitborn. Which is seriously one of the tanks that I have the worst stats in, but I absolutely love it. Guys, please keep it friendly in the chat. At this stage, he really didn't have to be careful. He could have just gone in. But it was a cheeky little game. 4.3k damage, 1383 base XP, some supremacy points for base capping, a little bit of assisted damage. So I can show you one more. Let's see. I can show you one more if I decide quickly, that is. No, let's actually show this one. Because I haven't shown you Fufu yet tonight. Let's see. This is something I've noticed both in the chat here and in the game. NA is so talkative. There's whole conversations going on when you start a game. Here it's pretty much lots of languages and mostly cussing. But NA, yes, it can be toxic just as well, but there's like whole conversations going on, and I always find it so surprising. Because when I go into the game, I need to focus on the game. I need to not talk much. I will greet people, but that's about where it ends. That is cheeky. I need to remember that. Going up there. Let's see. No one's been spotted yet. There you go. Pantera has been seen. It's helpful when they go like that. He's not spotted for his troubles either, so that's a good thing. That hits the rock though. And at this stage with no targets, I think, yeah, he is. Good on you, Fufu. I'm going to cap a base. T29 being a dick. But they've kept the base. Now they just need to make sure that they keep the advantage. And that base C is not capped. But it looks like that is going to happen anyway. Scorpion G has been spotted. And you've seen what it can do. It is not a tank to trifle with. And the Scorpion G is not paying attention to Fufu at all, which allows him to get shot in the butt multiple times. Now he's slowly turning, but he's lost already most of his health. And is now basically a one-shot. If you're wondering how not to drive a Scorpion, this would be it. Let's see. Good morning, Kirovets. Why are you up? It's way too early to be up. That miss is helpful. T29 that kept pushing him into battle is also arriving, so that's something to take into account as well, because when there's a teammate like that behind you, you never know what's gonna happen. Because you know he's not gonna be helpful in any case. Oof, nice high roll. I find it funny that a lot of people think that all time zones are American. It is not. It is 4 AM here. That T29 though. And they kind of have to move in at the same time. They kind of have to cap a base as well. Which is probably what he's going to do now. He might get shot for it. There he goes. But this guy will be dead before he reloads. Oof. And he's not getting looked at this stage, so that's a good thing. And Fufu manages to cap the base. Which means that he's getting a lot of points from this match. Let's see, only 3 enemies left, which is a good thing because at this stage we kind of need the game to finish to focus on the next match. That was an HE dub. Oof, that is HE to the front. There you go. T49. Missing. And now there's only one tank left. And Fufu has already done 4k damage. That's nuts. There's so many high damage games these days. It is insane. Loving it, but oh my god. And there we go. 982 at the point counter. But nearly 3k damage for Fufu. With 533 Supremacy points. Let's quickly go to the room. For Rain versus Straits, we are going to Vineyards. Vineyards. English or English. The map looks something like this. You have 3 bases, 1 in the city, 2 bases closest to their respective spawns. I personally much prefer the upper left area to play. And basically ignoring the... Basically if you cross the map from red spawn to green spawn, I like the left half of it and not like the right half of it. But overall, we have seen some very epic gameplay here. One of the things to mention is that I saw on Asia there was a 7 batch set strategy that actually worked. And overall, it is one of the more fun maps in my opinion. I preferred it more when it had the dusk setting, but that has been changed now. Two and a half minutes left to go. Strait is all ready. And we see 2 Fushes, 2 215Bs, 2 140s and a Sheridan. So that is relatively a lot of mobility and a lot of firepower. Fushes have not actually been around all that much. We've seen the 268 a lot more, as we can also see on the other side by Hated Faith. Rain is taking 2 Sheridans, a T22 medium, 2 IS4s, an E5 and that 268. Not actually sure why. I don't think the Fush is still pretty much OP with the clip that it has. But yeah. Just under 2 minutes left to go before we go into the match. And we are past 4 AM here. Let's see. Not much to talk about at this stage. Basically, we are waiting. The only thing that is not ready at this point is the game itself. And can't really do anything about that. We just have to wait. But basically, statistically, every team that is in the top 8 is strengthening their position at this point. Because this is the top 8 for today. So these guys are getting more cups, strengthening their positions. GMA, of course, being currently 20th, they have no chance of making it into top 8. Achu, however, is 12th, so if they get very far, they could potentially maybe make it into the top 8, because let's see, Resistance didn't register a team today, so that means that they are out. But yeah, we'll go over the cup standings later on when we have a winner and a clear score to follow, and we will be using my trusty Excel for that. But yeah, 18 seconds left before we go into the match. Yeah, I still don't know what James was doing. He had one of the biggest guns and he was not in any position to be able to use it. And here we go. Rain versus Straits. I actually shocked Dark Magician Girl not long ago because I made a joke in his presence. And he was like, oh my god, she made a joke. What the hell? Rain focusing on the B area. Straight splitting up more, going to A and C. Fatness firing a missile, getting that first shot in. Evil tank. And we see Scarlet Spud on his own at the back there. That could prove to be very interesting. Because he is spawning the big guns. And Straight is pushing in. They're pushing in together. And Rain is pulling back. But now we have the Foshes arriving. Count Bashuk is going to be in a lot of trouble there. Ooh, that did not pan. His Royal Fatness not looking too healthy here. Count Bashuk pulling back. And let's see if we're going to see a rocket here. But that does not pan. That is the downside of the Sheridans. Count Bashuk in trouble. But still, Straight is losing a lot of HP trying to take him out. But there he goes. The Pasto not looking too healthy either. Hated Fate getting shot in the rear. The Foshes. That is going to be the end of Nike. But DMG not looking too good either. There he goes. Hated Fate shooting the Fosh. The Sheridans behind the Fosh. One more reload. Hated Fate is taken out, but the Fosh is not going to be long for this build either. His Royal Fatness takes him out. It is 4 versus 4, but HP wise, Rain still has an advantage. They just have to be careful. They want to take White Hexagon out. It is 3 versus 3 at this stage. The 140 still looking relatively healthy, but he's up against 3 guns. Whereas on the other side, we see 140 and the Sheridan still needing to come. They are avoiding Fatness dying, but they need to be careful at this stage. Rain has the advantage as long as they keep the base. Kevin running off. Scarlet Spud taking the base. Dragon Creek still having plenty of health, moving in. And this could be a trick. It's a trap. And he takes a hit. What they are going up and over. Shooting Scarlet Spud here. His Royal Fatness still alive, but staying hidden and healthy. There goes Scarlet Spud, but there goes Vatea as well. And he is quite healthy for a Sherry. But still, Rain has the point advantage. They now have an HP advantage again. His Royal Fatness is still alive. And he is being hunted. He needs to be very careful at this stage to survive. Massive hit there. And he is running off. He has to be very careful because he's going to get shot again. Ooh, he misses. He really wants to get his Royal Fatness, which is understandable. Because it might make all the difference. But now we basically... This is a game of chicken. And it is actually Fatness that takes him out for that last one. And then basically bumps his corpse to add injury, insult to injury. Overall, nice game, very close. Straight actually did more damage than Rain. That is saying something about the HP pool that we see these days. And that was actually a really fun game. That is one of the things I like about Vineyards. It doesn't always go as intended. But it is just a fun... God, honestly... Stop spoilering. Mods, you have the permission to basically hide anyone from the channel. Not even just give them a timeout, but just hide them all together if they spoiler. 1 minute left to go. Straight is readied up in. Oof. This will be interesting. 2 AMX 50Bs, 3 Batchets and 2 268s. Them clippers. That could give you a very big advantage if they manage to clip everyone at the same time. they can take out tanks altogether. But it is also a risk because they need to reload at some point. In this case, you have the clippers, but if the clippers are on long reload and the 268s have just fired, you basically have quite a long time where your whole team can shoot. And they're going to be up against 1 Sheridan, 2 T22 mediums, 2 E5s, not S4, and a 268, assuming that TJ readies up in the T22 medium. And he does. Oh my god, people are so salty in the chat. Why? And here we go into the second match of this matchup. And let's see what's going to happen. Look at this, it is such a pretty camo. Let's see. Rain again focusing on the the side closest to their spawn, closest to the base to their spawn, which is base A. But they're not actually going into it, which is interesting, because that means that now Straight will have a big advantage here. Here's Royal Fatness pulling back. Can't be shook. Going in. And now TJ is moving in to get the base. Maybe. Yes. Yes, he is. So they know that there's someone there. But they will have a big advantage here. Let's see. Dragon Creek in a lone position, that could be potentially dangerous. We saw a missile flying, but it not doing anything. Not sure how that happened. Oh, he looped it around probably. But overall, not much happening just yet. Dragon Creek has been spotted. Can't be shook, pulling back. Rain getting ready to go into town. Dragon Creek holding. The clippers are all ready. I actually like what we're seeing here, because right now basically what's happening is that Rain is holding their own at the back. They're being very careful. Dragon Creek is the only one that is spotted, because they are not liking those clippers. But with Straight having capped the base a lot earlier, they are at the disadvantage. What am I hearing? There's music coming from there. Ooh. And he just needs to hold. The bad chat, they're all waiting basically in their spawn, ready to move at a moment's notice. And now base C is being kept, and you see immediately there's reaction in Straight. Now that they know where Rain is. And the clippers are moving together. And all of Straight is heading over towards base A, which basically means that they're going to be leaving B pretty much unprotected. Base A is now being stolen. And the Batchet immediately takes a hit from Fatness there. Hated Fate still there, but base A will be capped. There's not much they can do about it. Rain responding. Oh no, they managed to delete the Batchet. And we see the hits happening, but not doing all that much damage. Mostly missing and hitting the ground. And this is the big risk of taking so many clippers. Big hits being taken. DMG is basically reloading. The Batchet only has 1 shell left. One of the 268s is capping. Hated Fate is ready to take a big shot. And he does. Vatea moving in, but missing. His Royal Fatness. Hated Fate is going to die. But they are focusing on DMG here. And they have the point advantage. They have the gun advantage. We see Dragon Creek taking on the 268. Oh, he is absolutely being murdered. And that is it. Base A now being kept again. But at this stage, there is no way that Rain is losing this. What a cheeky game. Love to see the overall reaction. The fact that they just... Basically, the moment that Rain moved into base C, Straight reacted immediately. But they kind of split apart. And Rain was pretty much ready for what they were doing. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I love it when this is Mo. I remember when I was at the Twister offline, we had the finals between Rain and actually always for 7-star, and it was basically Mo versus Upanjaj with callers, and you could see basically their mind working in the game and the tanks doing what the callers did. This is similar. This was Mo deducing what they were going to do, when they were going to do it, and basically guessing, well not guessing, estimating it right. Beautiful. Absolutely loving it. These are the kind of games I'm happy that I stayed up for. So let's see. Where are we at right now? Rain, of course, there we are. In 20 minutes we are up against Hated. That means that Hated won from purple. And we have Void versus Pincer on the other side. GMA did not take it home. And basically I'm very happy with that, because it means that I get a full stream and Fishy gets a full stream. Because either we meet in the finals, or one of us is going to the battle for 3rd place, but we both have full streams. So that is lovely. And let's see, with 20 minutes to go, I will be showing you some replays again. I know that it is boring and all of that, but basically you will just have to suffer through it. What have I got that I haven't shown you? Literally, I have so many replays. And I've actually lost track of what I have and what I haven't shown. I think I haven't shown this. So we will see. Oh no, I have shown this, but it is so much, it's so cute. So I'm going to show it anyway. Guys, honestly, be polite. You don't have to like a team, but you can be respectful. Let's see. Thing to note is that Squishy is Fizzy's little brother. And he is pretty much adorable. And that is one of the reasons I like this replay. Squishy is 14 years old. And still learning a lot. We actually, he's in my clan. He's also constantly asking for advice and tips and everything, and it's really nice. I'd rather have any player with any stats in my clan that is looking to learn. Ooh, that is a big hit. Squishy in a bit of trouble here. And there he goes. Poor Squishy. But that is the thing with that corner position. It can work out. There you go. He did estimate it right exactly. Who that was. Grill making it easy to cheat him. But yeah. Squishy is in our clan. Because he's actively trying to learn. He's asking for advice on positions and tanks and what he needs to do and when. And I really like it. Let's see what he's going to do. Oof. Low roll though. Rashford going, what the fuck are they doing? Kind of curious which point that was. I need to watch that back to see. Leo has been taken out. The grill is moving in. Oh, nice one. And now he's moving in. Which is stated by the fact that the 268 is not actually paying attention to him at all. Fizzy just needs to be a little bit careful here. Not to get shot in the rear. And this is just a squishy, it's so cute. But yeah. Sheridan is one of those tanks that I really don't... I don't like... Well, no, that is wrong. I do like it, but I still think the AGGM should be removed from the game. At this stage, I don't feel that there is anything adding to the game with these missiles. I don't agree with something being used that can shoot you from behind cover without any risk to themselves. I'm not a fan of that. Let's see. Base B being kept. E100 missing, which is very helpful at this stage. He just needs to get around. And there we go. Lovely game with two brothers. 6.6363 damage. Squishy being absolutely murdered for his troubles in the corner. Getting a little bit of a donut. 12 shots fired, 12 shots spent, 444 Supremacy points. Really nice game. God, oh my god, don't be so salty, guys. Just have some respect for each other. Let's see, what else have I got for you? I can show you this one. I don't think I've shown this. It is only tier 7, but that does not mean it is any less epic. Let's see what's going to happen. This is one of those things. I actually like it with the legendary camo. But it is quite an underrated tank. It has apparently recently been buffed. I generally don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. I'll just see it when I drive it, basically. But it is a nice little tank. Not OP in any way. But just not that bad. And most of the enemy team seems to be in the city, with 5 of them spotted at least. Let's see. One thing to keep in mind, I just saw someone say our rain has been slacking it a little bit. Thing to keep in mind is that this is the Ascent Tournaments. It is not the professionals, there's not a lot hanging of it. Rain is very secure in their position to make it to the professionals. They don't need to show all their best tactics and everything. They basically can just derp around and still make it. So you will not be seeing the epic strats that we are used to from them at this stage, because there's no need for them to show that. That is a juicy tiger bump. No, it didn't. I always hate that when they say that. That's gotta hurt and then does absolutely nothing. Tiger's not looking at him at all, which is also helpful. He has to be a little bit careful here, because this tank does not have that much armor and you are peeking out with most of your body. $2k damage into it. They don't have that many teammates left. KV-13 luckily missing his shot, because at this stage he will need every bit of HP that he has. That is what I mean with this tank not being that OP. Nice little bit of fire is definitely going to help. Only 2 people left now though. And that is one less. Yak Panther driving through the city. M6 is not going to survive much longer. Oof, and we are now in a Kolobanov situation. And he kind of has to be careful. He gets that shot for free. But he does not have the HP to deal with a lot of it, and he will need 2 more shots. Oh, that is definitely helpful. That is 1 gun out of the way. So he has to be careful. He can do this, except for if they come at him at the same time. Oof. Needs 1 more, but the Panther is not using... There we go. Only the Black Prince left, but the Black Prince is pretty OP at this time. So he has to be careful with that. He does take a hit. Activate your adrenaline at this stage. That bounce though. This is what I mean with the Black Prince being quite OP at this stage. And he has to be very, very careful. Black Prince is not playing like a clueless player either. And at this stage I would just run around and see if I could catch him in another position, because he is waiting. And that is the tricky part. He has more HP, he has an insane reload. And our T-23E3 does not exactly have missiles. One thing to keep in mind, when you're running away, be careful with what you drive down, because that will reveal your position to your enemy as well. Any tree that you knock down, they can see whether you are spotted or not. And now he's using a nice little bush to hopefully get like the drop on the Black Prince, but the Black Prince is not there. Let's see. You can't really ask that. If they say that, basically you get murdered. Well, basically you can get reported and you can get banned. He won't have time to get the base at this stage. So where has he gone? Oh, there he is. He's not actually moved at all. $40 left to go thereabouts. Hello, Ollie. Happy belated real life birthday. It's officially not your birthday anymore, but I know, but still. Nice one. Switching to APCR, also good call. That miss is very vital at this stage, because he will need one more to take him out. And he does! That game, though. Wow. $1,646 basic speed, 4.8k damage in tier 7. That is nuts. Very nice game. So the room invite will be up in just about a minute. And then we will see what is going to go on. Like I said, we have Rain versus Hay. Let's actually have a look at what map we are going to go to. Because I did not pay attention to that. We're going to Alpenstadt. And there is the room invite. Apro Panda showing off his IS6 Fearless. I actually want to succeed in ratings enough to get parts for that. I'm not sure if I will, because I do not have much patience with the game and I'm not enjoying the game that much right now. But yeah. Overall though, we've had some pretty fun games. Those games on Vineyards, especially the last one, that was just epic. Loved it. So let's see. We see the super heavies getting taken out on Hated side. One of them is going to take a toaster, because that is like totally legit. Oh no, it's a Sheridan. But we're just on 4 minutes left to go. Let's actually grab the map and have a look at that. This is the map that we are going to. Alpenstadt has 3 bases. Base A, Met base, base C, pretty much anyone's base, and base B in the middle, super heavy base. We've seen a lot of stalemate gaming that suddenly become a lot of action basically, and just plans vanished. It is an interesting map because it's not all that predictable because of the way that the crossfire works here, and there's pretty much no position where you're actually safe in, so that makes it interesting to play on, I imagine, but it's more interesting to see. But that is the map that we are going to be going to. And we still have 3 minutes left to go before we actually go into the match, so that is plenty of time. And then we'll see what happens. I actually like that the clans that are in the top 4, except for Premo, who has been knocked out early, 4 of the top 5 are still in the game right now. 4 of the top 5, yeah. Like I said, I need brain derps, I'm sorry for that. At this time of night, it is difficult to focus. Just over 2 minutes left to go before we go into the game. Hated has ready up with 2 mice, 2 Sheridans, 2 T22 mediums and an E5. Rain still deciding what they're going to take. And they still have plenty of time for that, so this is basically always the boring part. I'm mostly just babbling to pass time and to not make things too silent. But there's not much for me to actually commentate on just yet. But we see that Rain is now ready in 3 IS4s, 2 Sheridans and 2 E5s. if TJ is ready up in the same tank again. No, he becomes a 268 instead. So 1 E5 and 1 268. Also, what is this with trying to recruit for your clan on the live stream? For a tournament? In the meantime, with 1 minute left to go, I just want to say I hope you're all staying at home and that you're all staying safe. TJ has been moved out. No, he's being moved back in. This is not confusing at all. But yeah, stay home, stay safe, stay healthy. Half a minute left before we go into the match. This is funny. George Reynolds just said, "Good point, Amma." I have actually no idea what point he said because of the delay. Ah, the knocking down of cover. Yeah, that's something a lot of people are not paying attention to. But here we go, going into the third matchup of this evening. And let's see what's going to happen on Alpenstadt. Let's see. Hated actually has a pretty sick logo. There was a time when I basically was showing all the logos of all the clans that I was going to stream in my OBS rep. I've kind of stopped doing that. Mainly also because I'm following more randomly now. Both teams heading a little bit towards the middle, but we see Hated also going for base C, which is pretty much going to be a free cap for them. We have the Sheridans over here, but they've not actually spotted anyone yet, but the T-22s knows that they're there. Base C now being kept. Base A is being wide open, and Fadu and Glory are going to go in. That is a blind shot into the spot that it hits the ground, but there is a tank there, who has now been spotted. And we see Tyke losing a little bit of HP there. But with the T-22s behind there, they don't know that. Tyke not really in a position that I would want to be in. The Sheridan's going across the back there. We see shots being fired. T-22 still not being spotted. But the Sheridan's arriving, and that's probably going to make Glory hurt in the bum. He does not actually fire though, even though he has been spotted. No idea why not. Base B now being taken. One of the mice in there. But he's not getting away with it. Tyke losing some more HP to Can't Be Shook. Who's also not in the best position, but he's in a position where he can basically hurt Tyke whenever he pulls back a little bit. T-22s and Sheridans are now together. And they are pushing. They've activated their speed boost. His Royal Fatness is spawning them all. They are getting a shot crossing over. TJ putting back into the line of fire. TJ is going to be hurting very badly here. But TJ is not alone and it's costing them a lot of HP to take him out. Tyke now moving in. There goes TJ. And now basically Glory and his Royal Fatness are in trouble. Along with Fadu, of course. And they need to shoot the same target. The rest of Rain is responding. Tyke has been taken out. His Royal Fatness taking another hit into... Oof. Fadu is taken out, followed by Player almost instantly. Glory still surviving very well, I might add. And the rest of Hated is moving in. But even though it's already 5 versus 2, this is definitely going to be Rain's game. The push was very good, but Rain responded instantly and now they only have One mouse left. Who is getting hit as he pulls back? We see a missile flying. No idea where that went. Oh, there it is. And that does hit. That was a cheeky shot there. But you can't. You can only angle your mouse to so many angles. His royal fatness getting in behind him. The mice getting tracked multiple times. That is another cheeky missile hit coming from the side. And his royal fatness finishes it off. And the first game is for Rain. Well, pretty much double the damage for Rain than for Hated. This is like, the push was just under 4 minutes, but the push was good. The idea of it was good. But Rain is just so strong in the positions that they are basically able to rally back together almost instantly. That is one of the reasons that I love watching Rain play. It again can't be shook, definitely. But it's just also it's a team spirit that you need in order to make it work. Because even with Mo being the epic caller that he is, you still need the team to be able to do what he envisions. Let's see. There we go. 48 seconds left to go before we go into the match. Hated now ready with 2 Sherrys, 4 IS4s and 268s. That's a very different lineup. Versus 2 IS4s, 2 Sheridans, and Mouse and E5 and a 268. I think that Can't Be Shook will be around base B somewhere, because that is generally the mouse area to be. There's 15 seconds left to go before we go into the match. And here we go. Let's see what's going to happen in this second match of this matchup. I would love if teams would just get an invite when both teams are ready for a room. Because that would basically avoid having to wait so much time between matches. And here we go. Let's go up and away. Can't Be Shook indeed heading towards the base B area. And we see again that Hated is pushing towards base C. They're now abandoning the A side altogether. Basically they're running around in a circle, and that means that Can't Be Shook could be in trouble here. Base C is being kept. They are waiting for someone to take base B. But with them being there, no one has been spotted at base A. They know that there are going to be people in the middle there. And Mo is pulling back towards his team, which is a very good move. Base A now being capped, but there's a tanks difference in favor of Hated here. And again, Mo is on his own. He can't pull back too much. He's still a mouse. He has spotted some of them though, so he knows where they are. And you see Rain on the minimap pulling back towards them. And he is actually making a little bit of a push. Krypton avoiding getting hit. We have Dawnfoe on the other side. Ooh, he does get hit in the end. Dawnfoe on the other side, holding that side to make sure that they're not going to be rushed. Can't Be Shook now moving in. There's rotation all around. Can't Be Shook getting spotted, but also spotting one of the IS4s. And you see Hated rotating around. And now Kanbashuk is going in for the confrontation. Neither of them do any damage. But now we have Crimson going around the back. Rain has rotated around and is getting spotted as they do so. Hated Fate has been spotted. Player is alone. He needs to be taken out. Base B is being kept. Base A is being stolen. Rain will have to move. And they will have to move fast in order to avoid losing all the points. Gloria taking a little bit of damage. Hated. Basically we have a city brawl going on. Kanbashuk in a very terrible position. We have Sheridan chasing after Sheridan. Watea needing to be careful. Basically too much is going on. I can't possibly show you all of it. Big hit into player there. Hated Fate moving in, but not before. Oof, and he's already gone. Player is the second one out. Basically, Kanbashuk in trouble, but he still has help. And that is so important at this stage. There goes Hated Fate. His Royal Fatness running around quite literally. There goes Havoc. Taiki is next in line to get shot. Kanbashuk still alive but barely. And basically 3 people dying at the same time here. Taco. I'm getting focused. We have Dawn driving around. But they are focus firing. They're ignoring the targets that they do not want to shoot. MJ is the next one in line. But basically with so few tanks left, we see his Royal Fatness chasing after Dawn. And we will focus on MJ a little bit longer. With TJ arriving and finishing it off. And we have Dawnfall running around. His Royal Fatness running after. And they shoot each other. Go for a little bit of a hug. And let's see, there we go. His Royal Fatness again, getting the last kill and driving off into the sunset. Again, a lovely game. Love to see the rotations. Hated responding so quickly. It is beautiful. And Rain just wrapping around. And in this case, I think it was actually Hated's mistake that cost him the game. It's not like a outspoken mistake, but Rain pushing in as they did, and Hated with half the team pushing back in. If they had continued to dance around, it might have been different. But they lost their advantage. So that is it for this match. That means that Rain is through to the finals. Do we know yet against who? Let's see, how is Void doing versus Pincer? No, we do not know yet. God, I need to stop doing that. That means in 20 minutes, it's always nearly 20 minutes, we will get to see the next match. That means I can show you at least a few more replays. And yes, I know that is very boring to watch and all, but you kind of have no choice. Let's see, what have I got for you? Let's actually show you this one then. Here we go, another game by Explode. Now in the E50M. Hated, to be fair, does have a lot of potential. They are really good. But they miss Mo. Mo is like a whole different factor. A sort of hacks. It's just, his level of intuition and anticipation is just uncanny. Absolutely love it. And I hardly ever see him be wrong about it. Glory just arrived in the chat. I just want to point out, by the way, if you are part of the tournament team that is being streamed, please keep in mind that if you appear in the chat, people will already know exactly what the score is going to be. Let's see. Their team has 2 bases but has already lost a tank. And he is going around a little bit. Chinese TD arriving. It is such a cheeky tank. I kind of want it. It's like it's not the best tank, but it's just a cheeky tank. Track him, track him, track him. Yes, there you go. Some assisted damage there. No, the ammo load thing, that is a known bug. Can't really do much about that. Nice little high roll there. T-54 moving in. Not sure what he thinks he's going to be doing against an E-50M. But hey, he's welcome to try. Ram him. Oh, or not. That works too. Base A being stolen. Oof, nice little bounce there. Cheeky. Let's see. 140 at the back there does do some damage, but he takes a hit in turn. He is in not really a good position when he gets shot from that many directions. I'm using the buildings to relocate though. And they kind of need to get that base back too. Oof, nice little tracking shot. Lots of assisted damage here. That is definitely a good thing. And getting tracked again. And that is the end of the pit bull. We have the crew over there, who takes a big hit. 140. Shooting, nice high roll. He does take a hit there. Which he didn't really need to, but at the same time he has the HP to spare. And in this case, oof, nice little fire. That helps. That aids with victory, I wanted to say. $990 points. At this stage you don't need to be careful if you want to get another shot of damage. And there we go. And he got one of those stupid lockboxes. I understand Wargaming wanted to make money. I understand them selling crates, but lockboxes. But yeah, 5.7k damage, 1592 base XP. Supremacy only for the kill that he had. Let's see. Dun 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 dun. So many games that I can show you. So much indecision on my side. I don't know. I don't think I've shown this. It is not a chieftain game, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, it's actually a pincer game as well, so that's a good thing. I like showing off replays of the server, at least. I'd prefer it even more if it's the clan that I'm following, but I like it if it's from the server that I'm actually showing, because you will actually know the players. Let's see. Chieftain soon even. Chieftain, it is such a lovely tank. This is the camo that it should have, by the way. I mean, if you're going to drive this tank, you have to do it right. Oof. And that is the end of the Leo. It is such a lovely tank. It is. I generally do not like British tanks all that much, but in this case, in the case of the Chieftain, that is, I really do like it. It just works for me. Let's see. Also, I'm seeing a lot of people getting muted in the chat. Don't put spoilers and stuff. Honestly, you're better than that. JP stupid tank apparently, or does he mean the player? Oof, nice one. FE also driving like that. That is also helpful. In effect, this is almost like camping, but he's in a position to do it like so effectively. And the E100 is just letting it all happen. Oof, that bounced though. He's not even been spotted yet. There you go, E100 has been taken out. He kind of has to take a chance. He can't shoot the pattern there. And that was not aimed at all. Basically, they need to take out the E100 or the FE or both at the same time. They are getting some help though, and that is good. Oof. This is where you can see that they're not always in sniper mode when shooting. That bounce was pretty lucky, to be fair. Oof. FE is reloading, he's not going to be peeking out. The pattern, however, there's going to be some nice base points. This is like rounding it up together, I love it. Here we go. Nice little game with a sort of third two made in way. First class, but a lovely game. And look at this. Also a first class. Double first class. That is something that is pretty rare. But look at the damage that they did together. That is epic. Very nicely done. So we have 10 minutes left to go. I'm not going to be showing you another replay. So we'll just have to wait a little bit. And then we get to see the finals of, let's see, who are we up against? Do we know yet? Of course, by now we should know that. Rain versus Pincer. We're going to meet Fishy. If you haven't yet, definitely look at, I think it's Blitz Fish. He is also streaming NA. He is a competitive player himself, so he knows what he's talking about. So definitely look him up, subscribe to him, get his numbers up. So I hate it is versus Void. That actually means that... God, I can't brain anymore, but that means we could actually potentially... I'm actually going to do just that. Because that means that Straits and GMA and a Chew and purple are basically 5, 6, 7, and 8. Come on, there you go. And that means that JJ, where are you at? There you are. I'm just gonna fill in 9 for all of these because it works. And Storm, and you have MM. You actually have Premo as well there. RVG, where are you? There you are. Search 3. The other Rain also here. Let's see, that is it. And Blazer, of course, also getting some points. This is basically saving me time for later, because then I only need to do the top 4. And then we will have a definite standing. But yeah, I'll show you my lovely little Excel sheet after the finals when we know what is going to happen. In the meantime, Hated versus Void will already be happening because that basically starts almost instantly once both teams are out of battle. We just have to wait a little bit longer. Someone's saying he's rewatching this to hear my voice. That's not creepy at all. But yeah, while we wait, let's go over what is in the store. Basically, there's not much that I can advise you to buy at this stage. This is a generally good bundle, but the tank is quite boring. This is a generally, I'm not sure if you need this good bundle. It is a tank that I want mainly because of the looks. It's not necessarily a great tank in any way. This is a slightly cheaper version of it, but you don't get the camo, you don't get the equipment, and you don't get the avatar. Then you have this bundle. VK 4503 is okay-ish, but not great, and the VK 16001P is just awful. So I got it from one of those upgrading tier things, where you buy like a low tier crate, and then you can get a higher tier crate and everything. And yeah, I got it from there, and I'm so not happy with that. Then of course you have these things. I already mentioned the log boxes before. This is something that I really disagree with wargaming, because again, selling crates is one thing, and it's just ugh. If you are going to sell crates, show the drop rate and everything, but now a lot of people felt like, oh, we're getting a crate for free, and then they go and try and open it. And then they find out they have to buy keys, because generally people don't read the news. So they basically find out that they have to buy keys at the time that they actually want to open the crate, and that's just not cool. I'm already against crates as it is, but that's just even worse. Do I have any? I don't think I have any. No, I don't. That kind of makes sense because I haven't really... Sorry. I haven't really been playing much. But yeah, there we go, room invite for the finals. And Fishy should be here soon. And suddenly I'm listed on Pincer's side, which means that Fishy will be listed on Rain's side this time. Both teams already completely there, but we still have 4.5 minutes left to go. We are going to Desert Sands. I'm not very glad with that, because I've actually noticed that my camera does weird things on Desert Sands. Specifically that map, I've no idea why. But yeah, we are going to Desert Sands. This is what it looks like. 3 bases, 1 near the plane on the desert side, which generally has a lot better positioning. And then you have base B out in the open, well, not technically out in the open, but lots of fire lines into it. And base C, which is not actually going through the building, but a bit more to the right. And that allows people to camp relatively safe, but as that can be done from both sides, basically as an impasse base mostly. And here we go. Let's see. Teams. Not seeing Fishy. I'm the one here, but on the other side he's not there yet. But he still has 3.5 minutes left to go. I'm just going to assume that he's going to arrive in time. So let's see. Pins are already complete. If you want a meme battle, this is one way to do it. Oh my god, you guys. This is something to keep in mind though. As much as we are here for like serious gameplay, at this stage both these teams are safe. They don't need to show the back of their teeth, as you would say in Dutch at least. Basically, you don't have to give away all your cards, you don't have to show your best tactics and all of that. And you can get meme battles like this. I watched a finals earlier in EU where basically we had a 4 mice team versus a 5 mice team. That kind of stuff. At this stage you shouldn't really expect that much seriousness unless it's about clans that are still trying to secure their position in top 8. As both these clans are completely safe with that. Yeah, then you get things like this with 7 IS4s. Not sure if they're actually going to take it because we still have just over 2 minutes left to go. And there is Fishy, he made it. Good. But yeah, they could still change it. At the same time, they could very well not change it. Let's see, a little less than 2 minutes left to go now. And then we'll see. At this stage, not much to basically talk about or anything. We've already seen the map. I have taken it off. Basically, I've left the map on before, so now I'm sort of like check, double check whenever I'm streaming to make sure that I'm not actually showing it on the map, on the stream that is. That's not stuck on the screen for you, blocking out your view of the battle because it would take out most of your mid-screen. And because of the 5-minute delay, by the time you would actually be able to see that and notify me, the battle would long since be over and I wouldn't even have noticed. But yeah, less than 1 minute left to go. Rain has readied up with 2 IS4s, 1 Sheridan, a T22 medium, an IS4, oh, I already mentioned those, 2 E5s and a 268. $40 left to go. And then we go into the finals. And it looks like that Pincer really is going to take 7 IS4s. Oh my god. But yeah, come professionals, it will be different. Then we will see a lot more pro tactics and people actually try harding and everything as they should. At this stage, they really do not need to. And here we go into the first battle of the finals for tonight. Pins are also taking all their red avatars again. We actually noticed that before they didn't, and then they lost. But once they started taking out the red avatars, they won. So here we go, let's see what they do with all these IS4s. Yeah, going into the city. And we see his Royal Fatness and DJ and all of Rain heading to the desert. Zaitu getting spotted as he crosses over. Losing a little bit of HP there. Base C being capped quickly. And they will overtake, they will have a tiny point advantage versus Rain at this stage. They can't really take base B though. Call me turning around looking at the desert side where all of Rain is situated. And I would have such massive kudos now to anyone that is daring to summon Shai Hulud, the Sandworm. Yeah, seriously, they are though. Oh, that's a proxy spot by from Tommy. Ooh, that almost hit though. No, actually, no, it didn't. It almost hit. Rain spread out across the map. Pins are pretty much the same, but like I said, in the rabbit holes, he is sacred. Oh. Oh god. To be fair, it is matches like this, along with the epic tactical gameplay that we've seen already, but that make me happy that I stayed up because they're fun. Zaitun also being spotted. We seeing another missile, but no, it did not pen. It hits the ground instead. They are stuck together. And they can wait for Rain to actually make a move. They don't need to take any chances themselves. Fatness again. Now shooting a missile. And not hitting Komi. And we see Rain now pushing in on the other side. In this very funny meme battle. Komi having been spotted. And Rain has been spotted crossing over. So they know that they're gonna be there. Hated Fate. Shooting but not penning. Can't be shook moving in. And we have 4 guns over here. Komi getting shot as he crosses over. Hated Fate moving in. All of Pinzer going in for it. Big hit into external there. Fadu being the primary target, as is Conky. Conky not looking too healthy. There he goes, but there goes Fadu as well. Both teams have lost the gun already. All of Rain is now present. There goes Nike. There goes external. Basically now it's just a matter of the focus fire. Who keeps the guns the longest. Dragon Creek not looking too healthy. There he goes. Killer is not long for this earth either. But he does get another shot in. Fatness. Ooh, that missed though. It is 4 versus 4. TJ is moving in. Big hit into Zaite. Zaite. We actually discussed how we pronounce that and I did not get it right. But they are suddenly taking out... Oof, Tommy missing that shot. But there goes Hated Fate, there goes Zaite. Zaitu. Sorry. I need to train that. Here's Royal Fatness getting murdered. It is 3 versus 2. Komi is not going to survive. There you go. It is 2 versus 2. Tank Killer moving in. Missing that shot though. And as long as they can keep the gun advantage, they should potentially have this. But Tommy can't shoot. Can't be shook. And that could be very killing at this stage. And now TJ is left on his own. And now it is 1v1. And TJ is running off. We are 955 points. It is Rain's match. And they're not going to be able to do anything about it. TJ just has to survive, which is exactly what he does. And we are at 1k points. And TJ wins. And gets a cheeky shot into Tommy to finish it off. .1k damage for TJ. It was a relatively close call though. But with Kambishuk actually pulling back behind the building, it kept Tommy from shooting him as well. Funny game though, for sure. And we see Blitz doing the same thing again. Oh my god. And now, oh my god. Rain is joining in. Battle of the Ice Force. Seriously, guys, honestly, I need to screenshot this. Oh, you bunch of weirdos. I love it. This is like, if you compare it to the, mice tactic, this is definitely more epic though. 14 IS4s ready for battle. Oh my lord, honestly. Lovely crazy people. I wonder what they're gonna do though, if they're gonna play in any way tactically or just rush straight at each other and try and murder each other. "18 seconds left before we go into potentially the final match of this evening. Otherwise we're going to get a tiebreaker. Basically this is a match for the memes. And here we go into the battle of the IS4s. Oh my word. Pins are definitely appreciating this. Oh my god, this is gonna be awful. And everyone is heading into town. And everyone is going to murder each other. Oh my god. I know exactly where you are in the stream right now, because you're talking about external being sacred. Basically, we have a bit of an impasse here. Hated Fate moving in. First shots being fired. Can't be shook, losing a tiny bit of HP, but so does Saito. And now we'll be all about the focus fire. I can't take this seriously, guys. Saito being steadily murdered. Pins his guns too far away to save him. He's the first one to go. Look at this. Oh my god. There goes Killer. 2 guns already gone. TJ not looking too healthy. They're not even focus firing at this point. They're just shooting. Hated Fate losing quite a bit of HP. Can't be shook as well. And there goes Tank Killer. Hated Fate. Oof. Not looking too healthy. But they have a gun advantage already. And they have the exact same rate of fire as everyone else. Oh, there goes both of them. It is 3 versus 4 now, but Komi is not looking too good. He's going to be out next. But he might still get a shot in. He does. Dragon Creek driving back, but this is what Seiya that takes him out. It is 3 versus 3. Nike not too healthy. Tommy not too healthy either. External moving in side by side to shoot Nike. Taking him out. It is 3 versus 2. Tommy not looking too good. Yeah. I'm really... There goes Tommy. It is 2 versus 2. And they're pretty much all getting in each other's way. There are too many corpses around. And now Gold is turning around. Ooh, but he can still get that shot in. It is still about the focus fire. Just don't ask how. And now it's just Dragon Creek, who is trying to hightail it out of there. But look at all them corpses. Honestly. He is angling towards external, but you can't really angle against 2 tanks. And with the exact same rate of fire, even though he is not too unhealthy. Unless he gets some very epic bounces. He spins his game. And we're going to get a tiebreak of this shit. Oh my god. And he is still alive. If barely. 75 HP left. And there he goes. The second match is for Blitz. my god. I once got told off in a comment of my stream that I'm not supposed to laugh while streaming. I'm like, F that. When it's stuff like this, you can't help but laugh. So we're going to go to Hallis, which is funny in a lot of ways because then we got lawnmower camera. And it seems that we're going to get 14 IS4s again. Hopefully they do the same thing because it is hilarious. I can't really talk about tactics at all. Just know that the free camera mode is broken on Hallis. I can't actually rise up. So I will be following specific plays instead. Because you actually see more with that than when I try to fly above. Because that is just not working. Oh my god. This is the meme battles. This is why I stay up for. It's kind of like a double thing. Like, seriously, this is what I stay up for, and it's like, this is what I stay up for. Oh, but it does make for hilarious matches, though. You're now at the point where you see the 14. Oh god. 30 seconds left to go before we go into this match. And at this point, it's anyone's guess who's actually going to win this. But yeah, like I said, in professionals we will get serious tactics and all of that. At this stage, they really do not need to. Here we go. Into the final match of this evening. Filled with 14 ice force. Oh my god. I also love, by the way, that they're actually doing this 2 matches in a row, trusting the other team to do the same. Oh god. But yeah, we will be sticking with specific tanks because like I said, if I try to fly here it does not go well and you get lawnmower cam. And there's actually whole places that I can't reach with the free camera here, which is just stupid, but it is what it is, can't do anything about that. And let's see. Rain now more spread out, not entirely certain where they need to meet the enemy ice force, I think. Commie giving a constant salute, only now actually turning. And we see first shots being fired, let's actually have a look. And at this stage they know where the enemy is. Tommy moving in, bouncing a shot there. It is still his force, of course. And we hear the gunfire. Nike is the preferred target. I find it so funny that they're actually like focus firing at this stage. There goes Nike. TJ next in line. Killer is probably going to be dead first though. But he's still alive at this point. There he goes. Let's go to the other one. TJ has been taken out. Tommy, not looking too healthy but can't be shook, is now the preferred target. And tanks are dropping left and right. HP wise, it is still very close. It will be all about the guns that get taken out. And in this case, it is easier for Pincer to lay in the damage because of the gun advantage that they have. There goes Fadu. It is 4 versus 3. And Dragon Creek is now the preferred target. Tank Killer actually ignoring Wattea there. Let's see, this is the one that I wanted. And we are looking at gold that we just saw in the replay earlier. Going after Dragon Creek, Tank Killer being suddenly murdered. And with Dragon Creek dancing around the stones here. He might have potentially won his team. No, actually no, there's too much HP difference. But moving in, wanting to save his teammate, but now finding himself the primary target. Trying to run off, dropping off the ledge there. Hated Fate is still behind there. Gold not looking all too healthy, but especially at the point that Gold can't get shots in. He is definitely going to survive at least the battle with Thea. And he might not now. No, he's still alive. And that one bounced. And now we only have Hated Fate left. Who is spinning back. Is alone versus 3. Is not likely to survive this. With a little bit of a ram. Gold still alive, but now staying out of it to survive. And Komi takes him out. Gold just, I'm not sure if you saw that, but he just said, I got yelled at by my parents. Probably for laughing. I wouldn't be surprised if they were all in stitches. Oh my god, honestly. That was pretty much the most hilarious pair of battles that I've seen so far this tournament. Thank you for that, guys. That was epic. So let's have a quick look. It is already listed as previous. Basically, we have Pincer that is first, Rain that is second. Let's see what happened between Void won from Hated. So Void is third. That means that Hated is fourth. And let's get my trusty Excel back here. That looks like this. This is the current standing. This is the column that you need to be watching, because that is like the whatchamacallit, the standing as it is now, which means that Pincy is first, they have Rain as second, Primo third, even though they got knocked out so early. They have Void is fourth, Purple is fifth, so a little bit of changes here. Then we have, by 10 points, the other Rain is 6th. And then Straight is 7th. And that means that actually Hated, with where they came, they are actually through to the top 4. Top 8, sorry. That is epic. They passed Flash and Thunder. Scammo and Resistance not appearing tonight keeps them in the same position, well, keeps them with the same cups as before. These teams, I should say, these teams and that team are the ones that are through to the top 8. Assuming that my math is right, I believe that it is. Because if we look at the whole, I basically numbered it as per the standings at the top, but that would be epic. So well done, Hated, making it this far, getting you to the top 8. So well done. And kudos to Blazer for showing up tonight. But yeah, just going to count quickly, because we have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that is correct. Just want to make sure that I'm doing it right. We also need to have 4 5s, which we do. So yeah, my math is probably correct, which means that Hated is through to the top 8 as well. But for the rest, only in the exact positions it has changed a little bit. But the clans that were in the top 7 stayed in the top 7. Overall, really lovely games. Really funny games, to be fair. It is 5:30 AM. I'm going to log off. I'm going to get some sleep. Like I said, thank you so much for these insane silly games. And I'll be seeing you guys for the professionals. And like I said, I'm actually going to show that real quick. If you are, this is actually still
Oh my god, he's not even listed. That is not fair. Fishy is also streaming. He is streaming and he has competitive experience. He's been a competitive player himself. He knows what he's talking about. Look him up, because he's done streams before as well. And he's going to be streaming in the professionals too. And that's just, he's worth watching, so do that. So like I said, that is it for me for now. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for the massive fun. And I'll be seeing you guys in about a week and a half, I think it is. Well, no, actually, 2 weeks, because I stream and I only on the weekends. But anyway, I'll be seeing you guys in the professionals. Have a good night, everyone. And stay home, stay healthy, and stay safe. Bye-bye.